My fellow Americans, I am Albert Torcaso. I have done many things in my life, from being an actor to a producer of a talk show, and of course, a host of Humanity Matters Live. I have been a blogger, I have been a network marketer, and I am still a host and a network marketer. But above all, I am a believer of our country, the United States of America, but even greater than that, of certain rights for all citizens of this planet. And of course, I believe in we the people of the United States of America. I also believe in government of, by, and for the people. The words of Abraham Lincoln during the great Civil War of the United States, the war between the states. And I believe those words have inspired generations of people to come to America and generations of Americans. I believe the principles of the United States. I believe in liberty above all else. I believe in true liberty. And I believe that the time has come that every politician throughout the United States, and indeed the entire planet, start working in truth and in deed, in word and in deed, for the people of the United States of America and for the people of your nation. But tonight I come to you speaking to the people of the United States of America. I come to you with a heavy heart. I come to you seeking a better life for all of us. I come to you with the realities that we need to change. We cannot accept the ways that our state capitals, we can no longer accept the ways that our government in D.C. have placated to many and have disappointed way too many. The truth is, they've placated mostly to the extreme wealthy. They placated to the industries. They placated to the corporations. They've allowed themselves, members of D.C., in the Congresses of past and present, and presidents, have allowed themselves, at least in some way, to make laws on the books that harmed you and me and our future. So tonight, we are less than 6 months away from electing a president. Less than 6. Well, I correct myself. Approximately 6 months from now, in November 2016, we will be electing a new president of the United States of America. We will be electing members of Congress to retain seats or be newly elected. And I say unto you, before you vote for any candidate of any political party, I want you to ask yourself, are you really a patriot of the United States of America? For if you answer yes, you have a great responsibility. If you answer yes, you must change the way you think. If you answer yes, you must change the way you may vote. Because you must become part of a great ethical, legal, and massive change in the United States of America. A change where we have a country of, by, and for the corporations of, by, and for the super wealthy, of, by, and for the special interests. And we have lost of, by, and for the people. Government of, by, and for the people. You see, if you are a patriot, you can no longer have a free pass. You may be thinking, well, I am a patriot, and I may be willing to change the way I would vote, but what is in it for me? And that is the wrong thought process in this case. It is not about the me. It is about the we. You see, when our brothers and sisters of all pigmentations, nationalities, sexual orientations, and frankly, nationalities, when we think about how their lives are affected, and they think about ours, then we truly become the United States of America. At least you think that there is nothing in it for you, then you do not think at all. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, I am saying unto you, this is the day for a great change. This is the day we do not accept the words of Donald Trump. We do not accept the words of Hillary Clinton. We do not accept the words of Bernie Sanders. We do not accept the words of Marco Rubio. We do not accept the words of any politician. We challenge them everywhere, ethically and legally, to truly be a leader.
Mr. Torcaso, what's up?
I have some fans over here. How you doing? A leader of the United States of America, where we don't care if a person is Chinese. We don't care if the person is white. We don't care if the person is rainbow. We care about that person's future. And we have a vested interest in their lives. And if you are an American and you are not feeling this way, then you are no longer an American. America can do better. America must do better. The days of the way we are treated must end. People being laid off from high-paying jobs because they are outsourced. People being afraid to go to work and speak out when something is wrong because they will be fired. Mothers and fathers having to work 2 to 3 jobs just to get by. While the super wealthy continue to have millions, billions, and sometimes close to trillions of dollars. And what has anybody in Washington ever done for you? Nothing. Not a thing. Now, I am proud of some of our leaders in D.C. for some of their actions. And I am very proud of our president, Barack Obama, for some of his actions. But there are some of his actions that are not worthy of the greatness that he is. And he is great. I don't care how you look at him politically. He has accomplished great things. A law that provides health care to most Americans is a great thing. It will save lives, whether you like it or you don't. It saves your fellow Americans and probably your own life. Now, my fellow Americans, this is what we must do. We must question every political candidate. What will you do to see that the incomes of every American dramatically are increased or increased dramatically? We must ask every person campaigning for any office, whether it is senator, congressman or woman, or president, what will you do to stop the murders of African Americans by the police that are doing wrong? There are great police officers out there. There are great police officers out there. But even they are remaining too silent and allowing the bad ones to stay there. So ask your leaders campaigning for office, what will you do to stop the slaughter of certain segments of our country. What will you do? Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders? And I don't want to hear your political spin. I want specifics. That's what we must do as an American nation. What will you do to see that we have guaranteed income, whether it is from a job or some new government subsidized program that helps people when they get terminated? And I'm not speaking about unemployment. That is a great thing. But we need more. We need new training. We need better training. We need hope in America. And those of you who would listen to these words and start jumping up and screaming, where will we get the money? Well, we already have the money for all of these so-called social programs. Universal health care, we have the money. Universal education, we have the money. Fixing every road, even if it costs $50 trillion, we have the money. What you do not realize, my fellow Americans, at times, because we've been lied to, subjugated, manipulated, repressed, depressed, oppressed. You don't realize the amount of money our nation truly has. Our government, private organizations, and so-called nonprofits. Now, at least you think that I'm making this up. I'm going to throw something at you that's going to shock you. Many of our multinational corporations have paid zero taxes and even had subsidies. Let me ask you a question. You remember how high gasoline or fuel or petro, depending on what you call it, was for a few years, up to more than $4? Were you aware of even then our country was giving tax dollars and even extra money to the oil and the gas industry? That's right. On top of all those billions or trillions of dollars they made, our government was taking more of your money and giving them subsidies. Were you aware of their subsidies for sugar? And even companies such as Coca-Cola gets money, indirectly or directly. Were you aware of the fact that many of these same companies pay zero taxes? Were you aware of the fact that General Electric in 2009 made $101 billion, paid zero in taxes, and our government, for whatever reason, gave them $1 billion in subsidies? They just gave them $1 billion. They didn't put anything in, but they gave them $1 billion. So let me ask you, Mr. Conservative, Mrs. Conservative, Mr. Liberal, and Mrs. Liberal, or Ms., did you pay taxes in America in the last 10 years? Did you ever pay a penny in taxes in the last 10 years? Maybe only when you went shopping for food or clothing or whatever. Have you ever paid a penny in the last 10 years? Because if the answer is yes, ask yourself, why haven't these companies paid money and taxes? So you want to know where the money is? We're looking at billions, hundreds of billions of non-paid taxes, possibly trillions. And we can also raise the income tax rate for the wealthiest Americans. This is not to penalize them for having wonderful success. This is to give an approximate percentage of their wealth. People speak about a flat tax. If the flat tax was administered in the correct way, a flat tax may be one of the solutions. If a person makes $100,000 and 10% of that was taken out in taxes, or whatever the percentage is, but it was across the board, no matter your income. The fact of the matter is, America, you have been cheated. I have been cheated. by both Democrats in D.C. and of course Republicans. No more. You see, I'm out here live, whether people hear me or they don't, taking this risk for a reason. Our nation matters. Every citizen of the United States matters. And we should not be attacking and scapegoating on immigrants, whether they are legal or illegal. We should not be scapegoating on people of any religion, such as Islam, Christian, Jew, I don't care. But our politicians want us to be divisive. They want the extreme conservative. They want the extreme liberal. Because if we stay mentally against each other, they rob our nation. They rob our nation. And they don't do the will of the people. I said earlier, this is government of, by, and for the corporations and the well-to-do. But I also said that Lincoln said this is government of, by, and for the people. I challenge you and your patriotism. Come this November and every November, do not vote for a Republican. Do not vote for a Democrat. Neither if they are conservative. For the next 6 to 10 years, only vote for moderate Republicans, moderate Democrats, and liberal Democrats, with one caveat. I don't care what they say they are. We watch everything they do. Everything. And when they are out of line, we vote them out the next election cycle. No more do they get to bamboozle the American people. No more can we say a teenager's life doesn't matter because of the color of their skin. No more do we say the poor should remain poor and the rich should get richer. That is over. Now, I know millions of people will not see this, but those of you who do, you may think that this cannot be done. I say unto you, if you are a patriot and you put your 2 cents in and you share this with people, or you vote the right way, which is moderate or liberal, Republican liberal, Democrat liberal, moderate Republican, moderate Democrat, and by God, for God's sake, vote for the Democratic nominee. Have them be the President of the United States, elected and inaugurated January 20th, 2016. And if God has truly blessed America, on January 20th, 2016, we will be electing President Hillary Rodham Clinton. We will be inaugurating President Hillary Rodham Clinton January 20th, 2017, if God truly has blessed America. Is Hillary Clinton the best of the best? No. Is Bernie Sanders the best of the best? No. Is Donald Trump the best of the best? No. None of them are. But together, as you and I, liberal and conservative, work together as Americans, we can make this government of, by, and for the people again. You can have a better income coming in. And quite frankly, if you will have the courage, if you will legally, ethically, and peacefully stand up in every single way, whether it's through your pocketbook, stores you will not go to, gasoline or fueling stations you will not go to, depending on who they support, companies, telecom companies that have betrayed the United States, American citizen, and have allowed the government to spy on everything we do. If you will stand up legally, ethically, and peacefully, and start calling Congress at 1-202-224-3121 or 1-202-456-1111, which is the White House comment line, and you will be peaceful, ethical, and legal. If you will stand up, Congress will find the money to fix our infrastructure. Congress will find the money to send your children and your grandchildren to college. Congress will find the money that Bernie Sanders speaks about, having universal education, universal health care. A lot of people don't want to take him serious and say we can't pay for it, but they don't know the truth. And the truth is these corporations who are not paying their taxes are robbing you of your jobs and your money. So I say unto you one more time, are you a patriot? And if you are, know that you must sometimes ask what John F. Kennedy asked of all of us. Ask not what your country can do for you. Rather, ask what you can do for your country. And I will add, ask not what the American citizen, your fellow American, can do for you. Rather, ask what you can do for your fellow American. I'm Albert Torcaso, and I approve of this message because I want a better America. And my dream is similar to Martin Luther King's. I see a place where no matter the color of your skin, you can rise from the bottom to the top, become a multi-millionaire, help thousands get there too. I see where it doesn't matter where you started in your life, you can reach for the stars and obtain them. I see where atheist, Christian, agnostic, Muslim, Jew, Buddhist, Hindu, and all religions can gather in some great stadium and say, we may not agree on faith or how we pray, but we do agree that we should all love each other. I see a day that happens, but it does not happen unless we, the people of the United States of America, start governing our country again. Unless we, the people of the planet Earth, govern our countries again. Unless we stand legally, ethically, and peacefully, and we protest in every way we can, whether it's through money, email, text, I don't care. Be that patriot that you said you were. I am Albert Torcaso. And if you think the day has come when I will remain silent, you have a better chance of winning the Mega Millions or Powerball jackpot solely by yourself, having all the numbers correct about 100 quadrillion times in a row. It will never happen that I will remain silent. It will never happen. If I am threatened with my life, I will not remain silent. This country matters more to me than my very life. And I want to live for 1,000 years if I'm allowed, but not in an oppressed nation. This has been a message from Albert Torcaso. My question to you is this: what are you going to do about our nation? And do you want a better life?